Hi everyone, it's Wednesday, July the 17th, here with day 2 of your Civics part of your summer session. Just again to recap what we should have done throughout the course of day number 1 and head into what you should have done by the end of day 2. There's a lot more individual assignments that are going to be done, some of which you can easily tell will be more kind of just checking boxes and making sure that those little assignments are formative assignments are completed, some of which will be a little more summative, and then there's of course going to be a unit culminating for each one of our different units that we have. So you should have an idea as to whether or not they're going to be a formative or summative type piece. And then just kind of treat each one of them as if potentially could be a summative piece, unless of course it is just kind of a simple reflection, or there's not much to it, as we saw with a couple of those first early assignments. Okay, so what should be done? So discussion posts, the introduction and what is a civic issue discussion post should have been done yesterday, and heading into today, those two things should be completed, and then we can move forward with some of the discussion posts that'll come up today. The civic role model and the civic inventory. So those are two discussion posts that you're likely going to come across throughout the course of Wednesday. And as for assignments, so you should have up to the different types of government, which is activities 1 to 3 in Unit 1. So there's a handful of different things in there. Again, a couple of them more formative that are a little less extensive, and then some that look to be more summative and require a little bit more work and detail to go into. Once completed those, do activities 4 and 5. So that is priority on Wednesdays to finish activities 4 and 5. And then we will start activity 6, which is a summative and unit culminating. So you'll see into some detail once you get along to that point why it is a culminating. There's about 4 or 5 different parts to it, but it is one assignment. So that will be our big kind of mark indicator and our big assignment for this particular unit. Again, there are 4 units. There's quite a bit of work to get through, but as we move further on in the course, there's a little bit less to do in terms of work. So units 1 and 2 are a little bit top-heavy, and then 3 and 4 kind of eases out a little bit with just kind of some more specific assignments instead of a number of different ones. So if you feel like yesterday was a little overwhelming in terms of the amount of work, don't stress out. Take the day today and make sure you get through activities 1 to 3 in Unit 1 for sure. And that should maybe take you for the early part of the day or halfway through, depending on how you do your schedule. And then once those are completed, make sure you get a good start on activities 4 and 5, because we're going to spend probably the entire day on Thursday getting you to finish or start and finish your culminating assignment, which will hopefully be done by the end of the day on Thursday, so that we can start Unit 2 on Friday heading into the weekend and get a little bit more time, because again, it's on a short week. We're also going to have a webinar at 1 o'clock p.m. today, so make sure you sign in for that. There should be the link to that'll come up on the course homepage. Just click on that. So 1 p.m. today, and we'll talk about the first day of the civic stuff and maybe bounce some ideas off each other and have a look at what some of the things were that maybe giving you guys a little bit of trouble, or just some discussion points on some of the civic issues that are of interest to you, and maybe we can bounce some of those ideas off each other as well. And the last thing, I believe for all of you that did take the careers portion in the early part, that all of the marks should be logged in and submitted in our software. So we're just waiting for the green light to give those and send those out to you. They should come through the Prism, which will email out to you what your final grade and the comments are. That'll also be sent through to your student services department at your home school. So that'll be sent out to your school that you'll likely receive in September, but you will get a little bit of information in terms of what your final mark was. And if it's not sent out tomorrow, just send me a message, and I can unofficially send through in a little email or through our one-to-one feedback what your final grade was. Okay, again, so we'll see everyone hopefully around 1 o'clock for the webinar. If not, send me an email or into the discussion post if you have any questions. And good luck with today's work, and we'll talk to you guys soon.